Pisces, welcome to your in-depth reading for yours and theirs. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. What's going on, please? What is going on, please, for Pisces and their person? Show me Pisces and their person. Show me Pisces and their person, please. What's going on, please, for Pisces and their person? Show me Pisces. What's going on, please? Take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse energies as it applies. More so with yours and theirs. I'm going to start with your side, but as I just said, reverse energies as it applies. I'm having to get a lot more firm about that. Exactly. Queen of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. All right, Knight of Swords. You got some growing knowledge in you, and not just knowledge, you want to do something too. I don't know what that is, but it says, I've come to a determination. I've come to a conclusion. My thoughts are in order. And there's something that's been in me that's growing for a while. Seven of Pentacles, and I want to do something about it. Knight of Swords. You're showing me thought, intention, action. Okay? A determined mind. And what? I don't know. But it's kind of a little slow growing thing. And it's been with you. I see you wanting to take action towards something. Let's see what's up. Six of Cups, Soul Bond, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Okay. All right. Well, they seem to have some positive energy towards you. It looks like a soul bond type situation. There's the Six of Cups. Page of Wands. Page of Pentacles. It's looking like they're opening up to possibly investing. Their Queen of Wands energy is out. They say they feel good about it. They're showing me a certain level of confidence when it comes to you. You're showing me that you want to take action towards this person. I don't know if this is someone who is new in your life, but your energy seems to be going outwards with a certain sense of, I got this. And they're saying, yeah, why not? Could be fun. I doubt it's that, it could be that simple. It could be that light. I don't know. But I like it. I like the simplicity of that energy. It's quite nice. They recognize some possibly a soul bond. Whether it's one you already know or one you have yet to meet, we shall see. But they're kind of saying, yeah, I'm into you. Let's see that shared. Let's see. Eight of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Three of Cups. I like that. It's very simple. Very straightforward. I like it. I do. Of course, upon clarification, I'll see stuff. There's always stuff. There's always a mess. The point with the water signs. Oh, yeah, there's a mess. But the thing is, the thing with water signs, once we understand what our feelings are, we tend to act. You're showing me a lot of thought today. They're showing me a lot of, yeah, I'm open to it. And in fact, you are indeed both open to it. Eight of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Someone of their own free will is communicating outward, I'd like to connect with you. Again, it could be brand new, or it could be reconnection. Three of Cups has that concept of both. It just depends. But I like this. Okay, I really do. I respect this a great deal. Somebody saying, of my own will, free will, and independence, I want to put this communication outwards and try to connect. Let's see what happens. All right? Overview, the Empress. Oh, no wonder. You're feeling confident. I like that. You're feeling empowered. Yeah, that would explain it. That would explain that energy in you that says, I've made up my mind, I know what I'm doing, and it's been with me a minute. The Seven of Pentacles, and now I'm generating activity that suggests, let's do it. Let's put it out there. Let's see what happens. You're showing me a little bit of delay, but other than that, it's kind of like, I just want to make sure I understand where I'm coming from first. It's kind of like that. They seemed to be positive. You both are showing me positive activity towards each other. And the Empress, again, I see why. So when you have that lovely sense of self-empowerment, I know who I am, I know what I'm about, it's very easy to start acting in accordance to that energy. So there's no one so confident and capable as the Empress and Emperor in Tarot. Okay? I like that. That's great energy for you. I love to see this. Let's start right here with the Empress. Show me that, please, for Pisces. Which one? Show me the Empress, please. Some of you have put a lot of work into yourselves. Okay? Particularly in understanding your sense of self-worth and your sense of value. And you cannot put a price on that level of confidence. It's great. It's great energy. It's like, I know who I am. I know what I'm about, right? It often takes work to get there. But once you're there, it's a beautiful feeling. It's indescribable. Okay? The Empress. Show me the Empress, please, for Pisces. Show me the Empress, please, for Pisces. Show me the Empress, please, for Pisces. King King of Swords. There it is again. King of Queen of Swords. Death. Judgment. Huh. There is something in you that says, yeah, I have a strong mind. I do. But you've had quite the journey to get where you are, I believe. And with Judgment, there are many lessons that you had to learn. Like I said, getting to the Empress and Emperor energy, that's not really inherent. We're not really born with it. We typically have to earn it to be that level of empowered. And there's a kind of admission here in you that says, I need to go where life takes me. I want to be open to things. I don't want to turn myself off to things. Okay. It's not just about me making up my mind. I also want to feel right when I come into my own. I want things to happen organically. I want things to happen naturally for me. I want to be open to the powers in life and into the universe. And in that, my confidence is born. It's not so much my decision making, and it's not so much my level of determination, but it's allowing myself to go with the flow. There are parts of me that I've had to actively transform. Okay, I'm not saying death is in death. I'm saying it as transformation here. And there's many things you had to transform, I believe, in how you approach things overall. This is an overall major life concept right here that says it does not do to overthink things, and it does not do to try to control everything. Sometimes I just need to go with the universe and allow myself to be navigated by what I feel and what I'm called to specifically. What am I called to learn? What am I called to embark upon, to engage in? Goals, life, family, love, the whole thing. And I see you understanding in some respects there are parts of you that just have not worked in the past, where perhaps we were a little too strong-willed and we missed things. And we didn't understand always what we were doing, but we kind of insisted it was correct. And parts of you had to transform in that respect to go more along with the universe's plan, Judgment's plan, Spirit's plan. I know it's terribly vague, and I apologize, but these are major concepts. I could spin this out for a couple of hours easily and see where you came from in order to get where you are today. So let's just say, in summary, you got to a point in your life, Pisces, I believe, the one I'm looking at, who says, you know, I don't know everything, and I should probably stop trying to understand everything or that I have to know everything. I want to relinquish that. It's false control. It's an illusion. I can't possibly know everything, and me acting like I do often just hurts me or prohibits me from my goals. I just kind of want to live more of an open life and allow myself to be guided thusly, which I believe for some of you has worked very well and has led you into the Empress energy to this day, where you allow yourself to go with it, not against it. Not trying to control so much and not trying to overthink, and just allowing yourself to be guided by certain measures in life. I know it's terribly vague, but it wouldn't be here unless it was important. So with that kind of level of energy, it shouldn't surprise me then if I believe it's you with a certain will of independence and freedom. I speak for myself, as the Emperor and Empress should. They tend to be very forward, because they know who they are, they know what they're about. So from that place of independence, it seems like you are choosing to either connect with somebody brand new or reconnect, I don't know. But it's so terribly directive and self-claiming, I can't help but think that it's you. So let's jump on over here. Showing that Queen of Swords, it's looking like you have a history here of possibly, maybe overthinking things, but trying to go slow. Cultivate things carefully. Listen to the universe, so that part of your mind doesn't have so much control over you. All right? Again, there's an admission here, I can't know everything. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I should allow myself to be guided, okay? By the universe, God, outside energies, the saints, whatever it is you want to call it. It's all universal connectivity through energy, okay? Show me that Queen of Swords, show me that Queen of Swords, show me that Queen of Swords, please. Of course, you had some lessons to get to where you are. That's the Pisces I'm looking at. So that Queen of Swords, there's a certain sort of careful steadiness around you. And it's the Devil, the Nine of Cups, the Hermit. Oh yeah, you had some lessons, didn't you? Oh, yes. You had some lessons. You had a very strong sense of, I know what's right. And that's one of the things you've relinquished. That very thing that says, I know what's right, because I feel good about it. May not have been. Some of you had a very strong will pattern in your past that led you up to where you are today. That says, I have to know what's going on at all times. I have to be in control. And it felt bad, right? That constant need to know everything, to try to control everything. It actually didn't feel so good as much as we thought. It can be comforting in a way when we insist on knowing as much as we can and trying to plan as much as we can. I know in a way that can feel comforting, but not to the point that it stresses you out. And for some of you, it was a habit that you had to deal with all your life, okay? To overthink things, to try to overly plan, overly control, and it ended up, in fact, controlling you, didn't it? There are things that you had to give up because it's like, I'm not happy like this. It doesn't feel natural to me. It doesn't feel fluid. It doesn't feel organic to me to try to constantly live like this and think like this, that I'm always in control. I don't think I am. It doesn't feel good. And it's kind of a default pattern that many of you have exited. I'm saying it was transformative. It was a spiritual lesson it looks like many of you had to learn. And it took, for some of you, the course of a lifetime. You know, you have the Hermit here saying, I need to heal myself to these old ideas and this intensity in me that I need to know. What this is leading up to in terms of your love life, I don't know, but it's important. Okay? I don't know. But you had to heal yourself to some very difficult concepts. Especially this thing in you. It's just gnawing at you. I have to know, I have to know, I have to know, I have to know, I have to know all things at all time. I have to control, I have to have say. And it really just, that kind of thinking just ended up controlling you. And it felt really good to kind of leave that, to let that go. You started to feel happier, didn't you? Oh, I said it, didn't I? You have to work into being the Emperor and Empress, and you've had to do a lot of work in this respect. Show me that Seven of Pentacles, please. I don't know how this is all leading up to the life, your love life, honey, but it's here and it's speaking quite loudly. It's quite nice. It is very nice. Show me. Show me that Seven of Pentacles. Show me that Seven of Pentacles. Is it about you claiming the love that you want? Going after it. Not trying to control it, not trying to overthink it, but just allowing yourself to feel it. The Wheel of Fortune. A long time has passed. Wow. You really have. This has been an exercise over time. This was not an overnight thing. This was not an Instapot. Okay. This was not an Instapot of an achievement. It took you a long time. It took you a long time to open up, really, and effectively communicate your needs. Okay, your sense of balance. That being balanced and justified is not about controlling your actions at all times and having that intensity that I need to know. Feeling balanced is allowing you to do what feels comfortable and right for you. And so you've been communicating that outwards. Once your energy kind of got adjusted into a place where it felt much better, much more relaxed, you stopped fussing. You kind of let that thing of I need to know go. You're saying you're opening back up outwards. There's that communication again. I told you. I really felt it was coming from you, from that solid place of independence, of knowing thyself. And it took a long time, we're talking years, to achieve this sense of inner balance instead of this imbalance that says, I have to control things at all time. That doesn't feel balanced, does it? It just ends up controlling you. It's kind of like when you have all that stuff. Do you have all this stuff, or does this stuff have you, right? Are you really in control, or does that sense of control actually have you? And that's one of the many things you had to relinquish over time, and it took years. And you feel very balanced. It was a careful cultivation. Careful cultivation. You had steps along the way. You had lessons along the way. There were times when you defaulted on old behavior patterns, but for the most part, when you saw it, you recognized it, and you stopped doing it. So I'm saying it was a slow, steady cultivation of the same principle. And it's really allowed you to kind of blossom into this energy that suggests I'm much more me. I'm much more balanced now. I know what I'm doing. and it feels good. And you know what you're doing in that sense of you've given up that need to know. Isn't that ironic? Isn't that the best? When you know what it is you need to know based on the premise of, I don't have to know. Isn't that great? I like that. I can see that you try to live a much more organic life and going with the flow of your energies and in a respect of what's right for you. Again, very strong sense of self-empowerment. And that took, I'm sure, a couple of years of good ass kicking, okay? A lot of it. But the point is that you learned it, and you learned it very well, and you're going to continue to learn it, honey, throughout the course of your lifetime. We are our own biggest projects, you know. They're never finished. They're never finished. Now, I do see you putting that communication out there. Literally, it feels right. We have Libra, we have Scorpio, a little bit of Capricorn, Virgo. Not that that matters. I call it out of habit. It really doesn't mean much. It's about the energy, not the sign. But yeah. I think some of you have some very strong Capricorn in your chart, though. Show me that Knight of Swords, please. Show me that Knight of Swords. Show me that Knight of Swords. I get that. Capricorn's my midheaven. It's the only literal earth placement I have. So when I tell you I have a hard time dropping something and just leaving it alone, oh boy. I understand that in my own way. Two of Wands. Eight of Swords. All right, the Emperor. All right, there you go. There it is again. There it is again. There it is again. You're trying not to get into that space of overthinking. You have now shown me just under your energy alone, Emperor and Empress. You are taking action, and you admit you don't necessarily know where it's going to lead, but you're saying, I'm not going to allow that to override me. I know better. Okay? You're showing me some patience. I don't quite know why, but you are showing me some patience even while you're taking action. It's like, I'm going to be calm. I'm going to be collected. I'm going to stand in my power, and I'm not going to allow my mind to override my better judgment. I won't do it. I won't default to it. There's a little bit of nervousness in here, but for the most part, I see you extending yourself outwards, and you are ready to take action towards someone. You're insisting on doing so. You've really stepped into your power. I like this a lot. I mean, that's really strong energy here. Emperor and Empress just in your own right alone. There's something here that makes you a little nervous. You can't see all the details of it. But again, you go back to point one. Pisces, we've already had a talk with ourselves. We said we're not going to do that anymore. We don't have to know everything. We don't have to control everything. All we can do is control our own actions. That is correct. And that's what you're showing me. That's all I can do is control my own actions. And got to trust and have faith that this thing might move accordingly. Okay? So there it is again. You kind of handing yourself over to the universe. I can only control my actions. And I'm the one who essentially knows my feelings. All I can do is try. There's a little bit of nervousness in you. Just a little bit. You're really tempted to fall back just a little bit on old habits, so it makes me wonder why this person's provoking that in you. But for the most part, I see you making decisions. I'm going to move forward. I'm not going to hold myself back. Okay. Okay. I want to see the person who's provoking this in you, to be honest. It's kind of like perhaps this is the first time you're putting yourself out there in terms of love, or it's been a while, especially if you've had all these lessons to learn. And it can be confrontational with what we've experienced and what we've learned, and if we're executing ourselves properly now, that kind of thing. I think you'll be okay. A little bit of nervousness isn't a bad thing. Just don't allow it to overrule you or take your feelings into a headspace. If it feels authentic, then it is. And if you are acting authentically, then it is. Okay? Okay, show me that Six of Cups, please. No, I really don't have too much else here to report, but that's fine. These are a lot of upper level energies that you were dealing with and a lot of upper level lessons. And we can learn and read the textbook all day, but applying them is something else altogether. And I see you being patient with yourself. Okay? Six of Cups, please. Show me that Six of Cups for this person surrounding Pisces. You know. Let's see that Six of Cups, please. Well, let's see if they are worthy of all this energy, yeah? Show me that Six of Cups, please. Show me that Six of Cups. That's a lot of thinking, a lot of feeling, and a lot of I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to remain open to it. Try not to see things and interpret things in dire consequences if I don't know or if I can't control it, right? All right, show me that Six of Cups, please. I like that. That's the Emperor. He can be used for good and he can be used for bad, like all energies in tarot. And right now he's being deployed as, I got this. I got this. You do got this. Okay? You can't guarantee the other side, as I was telling Scorpio. You cannot guarantee the other side. But you know that. You're saying I hold myself responsible for my actions. And I will not allow myself to be succumbed to fear. I have to recall my sense of balance. Yes, I am capable. I am able to maintain balanced energies. But also I want to live authentically. I like this. It's a good working construct. I do like it. Okay. Show me that Six of Cups, please. Well, I'm nervous. I'm nervous for you now. Let's see. Let's see if this person's worthy or if they get it. Okay. Let's see. Show me, please. Show me that Six of Cups, please. Soul bond the moon. You could be doing fellow Pisces. Does not have to be. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Ooh. This person's got some energy in that respect of secret feelings, for sure. And it's a strain for them. I'm not done with that. I'm not satisfied with that at all. I'm not satisfied with that at all. What's up with that? Soul bond, yes. What's going on? They have a burgeoning idea of their energy towards you, but it's like they don't want to indulge in it. I'm going to get to this Page of Pentacles. I want to see what's up with that. I'm not done with that by a long shot. There's love here, absolutely, but for some reason they find it hard to access it. I still don't know who this is to. Show me that Page of Pentacles, please. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, they want this. They do. They want this. It's almost like they're afraid to want this. I'll be ducked. I swear to God, Pisces, it's almost like they're afraid to want this with you. They recognize the energy between you two. They do. They have memories shared. I'm sure. I'm starting to think that this is not a new soul bond. I'm starting to think it's an old one. They say they want to. They do. They'd like to. In fact, they kind of look to your energy to kind of guide them in this respect. But yeah, the sincerity's here. They would like to offer more to generate some activity. Okay. Real world constructive efforts. They're telling me, I would like to generate more. I know Page of Pentacles doesn't seem like a lot, but I would like it to be something bigger. So, what's going on? I'd like to... It's almost like they're afraid to have feelings for you. I'm very curious as to why. Because the feelings are already there. They're already there. Are they afraid to explore them with you? Or are they afraid to re-explore them with you? I don't know. Let's keep going. Queen of Wands. Show me that Queen of Wands, please. Show me. I have some ideas, but I'm not done with that. It's almost like they're afraid to realize It's one thing to have secret feelings for somebody, and it becomes a strain in our hearts. The longer we deny that that feeling's there, or we're not allowed to act upon it, the bigger that strain gets. And they're telling me they would actually like to substantiate those feelings in the real world. They really would. But it's like it's almost like they don't dare believe that that's possible. It's interesting. The Hierophant, Strength. Goodness me, that's it. That's it. The Nine of Pentacles. I see your Eight of Wands talking to them. Okay, that's who they are. This person has huge energy. I'm not going to say that they don't. They do. They're not too far from you, to be honest. And you should always try to energy exchange with someone who is your equal and not someone who you're constantly climbing to achieve or strive to achieve something with. They have passion for you, or they themselves are terribly passionate and ambitious, creative, okay? Kind of that rock and roll energy. But within them resides a great deal of spiritual energy. The Hierophant, Leo, and the Nine of Pentacles. They have a very fierce sense of independence attached to them, so FYI. They do tend to act and operate from a place of independence, very much so. They have a strong will. They got a strong will, baby. They got a strong will. Maybe that's why you're showing me just a little bit of nervousness. Just a little bit. Maybe that's why. You've had to work so hard to develop your energy, and it can be scary when you connect with somebody of your equal, you know, who has as much power, and they do. Upon clarification, they're not just a little hottie. They might be a little hottie, they might be a great beauty in real life, or you're just terribly attracted to them, or they just exude those qualities. But I'll tell you what, they're packing a punch too. Strong will. When I say this person gets shit done, they get it done. They're very committed to their independence, but not... Let me get back to that. I do see them committed to their independence in as much as it serves them. So they're very much used to, in other words, operating by their own principles. All right? That's not a bad thing. It's not. It's not a bad thing. You always want someone who is capable and able to stand on their own 2 feet. Otherwise, you're just always, again, talk about energy exchange, dragging someone along who says, I don't know how, but I need you to do it for me. We don't want that. Right? So when I say this person acts from a place of independence because it serves their will and purpose, that's what it means. So, why? Why are they almost afraid to achieve something with you in real life? Why? Where does that hesitation come from? Made me raise my Scorpio eyebrow. That it could actually happen? It's like that particular construct, emotional construct between Pisces and I, that was always kind of a fuzzy thing that could never really come forward, and I don't know, because here I see some very realistic energy being exchanged. And yeah, they're interested in expanding that. They really are. But it's kind of like, easy. Take it easy on me. I didn't think that this would happen. Kind of like that. I felt it, but I had no reason to believe it was going to happen. Something like that. You see what I'm saying? So you're showing me a little bit of nervousness, but I got it. Good. They're showing me nervousness too, but I want to try. And this person's very capable. They do more than try. But when it comes to you, it's like they didn't dare get their hopes up. And this is someone who we've known. You're very much in their heart, unless, of course, you're dealing with a fellow Pisces, in which case you need to figure out who's who. You're very much in their heart, but it was always coming from a place of strain, like there could never be an emotional ease between us. And so we never really confronted it. See what I'm saying? But man, when they put the work into something, they put the work into something. It's almost like they need a little booster to get this thing going. In that respect of, I would love to substantiate it. I would. I need to warm up to the idea that it's even possible. See what I'm saying? So there's a little bit of nervousness surrounding them too. It's quite sweet, actually. But yeah, I'm not quite done with that. I'm very curious as to see why they thought or didn't dare believe it could happen. Okay. Show me this one, please. Show me this shared energy. Show me the Eight of Wands. Okay, show me the Eight of Wands, please. Show me the Eight of Wands. Show me the Eight of Wands. Show me the Eight of Wands. Yeah, they don't really need to be told what to do. It's like once they have a direction, they have no confusion. But when it comes to that love energy with you, ooh, do they dare think about it? Do they dare allow themselves to hope? Because it's a straight in their heart. It's like it hurts to even think it could be possible. Show me the Eight of Wands, please. Show me the Eight of Wands. They do seem to be a realist. I will say this. But it's like perhaps a little too real. They didn't ever think, realistically speaking, this would be a venture, a joint venture, as they say. Yeah. Ace of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, this person's got some really consistent energy. And it is not just them. I think you both operate or try or prefer to operate from a place of independence. And it was always kind of a struggle to get to our particular truth. In the Ace of Swords, we have kind of fought ourselves relentlessly on what it is we understand to be true, and that we indeed could speak on our own behalf, and that we could indeed operate from a place of independence. I can see they already kind of prized their energy in that respect. And you, I know for a fact, had to work for yours. Okay, so again, I say that Nine of Pentacles is them, but by all rights, it could be the both of you. I think you had to work very hard to get into that space where you could speak freely about what constitutes balance and what is good for you and what is not, and that while you have to relinquish a sense of control, you are willing to put the energy and effort in, and a little bit of nervousness is okay. So long as you're not blocking the energies, it's going to be okay. All right? And I don't think that they are either. It's kind of like their energy needed a reason to put more into this. Because it's like they themselves didn't dare believe it. Right? And once they have something feasible or tangible to work with, their energy takes off. So I don't really know who this is. Could be you. I do see that Eight of Wands attached to you. It's a truth that part of you perhaps was fighting for a long time. Okay, but fighting more so in that sense of, I can do this. Again, Nine of Pentacles is independent. It's one of my favorite cards in tarot, top 10, no doubt. Lovely sense of independence. And it's like I can operate by that too. Look at how much I have grown. And it's taken me a lot of fight to get here. And it's taken me a lot of understanding my own particular truths before I could open myself up like this. Okay, so again, I congratulate you. And if you are that Pisces who's sitting there screaming at me, I know who that is and I hate them, I hate their fucking guts, I never, blah, 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 this isn't yours. I don't know what this is. I don't know who this is to you. I don't know how far back your history goes. It doesn't look like a cyclic thing. It doesn't look like one of those things where you break up with them tomorrow and then you're back together next week. It doesn't look like that. It looks like something a great deal more substantial and has taken time to develop. More so on your side. All right? In that respect, you got where you needed to be. Spiritually, and in terms of productivity and knowing who you are. Again, these are invaluable concepts and it takes a lifetime to develop them. There's some tension in you in coming forward with the truth. But when you do, you have to trust that it's coming from the correct place. I see it coming from the correct place. It's like it's hard for you to open up about this, but you want to. Okay? And you do. You want to talk, you want to communicate with whomever this is. And it doesn't have to be a significant other, guys. I could be describing a family member, a friend, a co-worker, your neighbor. I don't know. You get the idea. It doesn't have to be like that. I know. You want to make progress in this case, and when you do, you want to make progress in this case, and when you do, you want to be able to do so from a place of confidence, but also with the admission of, I don't know everything, and I have to accept that. I have to be willing to open myself up to this if I'm ever going to find out. And again, they have a very similar thing. It's like, I never thought this could happen. It's like, do I dare? Do I dare believe? Do I dare hope? Show me that Nine of Pentacles, please. Show me that Nine of Pentacles. Show me that Nine of Pentacles. Show me that Nine of Pentacles, please. Show me that Nine of Pentacles. Show me that Nine of Pentacles, please. Knight of Swords. There's the action again. Ten of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. You're on the right course, honey. You gotta trust it. You're on the right course. There's that Knight of Swords. You're showing me again. And this is great. This is how we're actively applying the lesson. So again, congratulations to you. I see the Emperor here being used correctly. I'm going to stand by my actions, not allow myself to be conquered by blindness, and do not succumb to overthinking. I got this. I have to trust my movements. I have to trust my actions, and so you are. This from your own free will, okay? And there's two. It's really looking quite dualistic, but a healthy dualistic. Okay, you two seem to be relatively on the same page. You also seem to be relatively coming from similar backgrounds. You had to work to get up to a certain point, and they had to kind of get into that space that this could be possible. Okay, it both takes trust, and it both takes the both of you acting in accordance to that trust. So I see that happening. Again, there's that lovely, this is me, this is who I am, this is the both of you. You're very much alike, you two. The Knight of Swords, the Ten of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles, that's what you want, and it's incredibly straightforward. I want the full package, please. Sign me up to this. Yes. Right? That's what you're taking action towards, is you understand it. This is very much a literal long-term vision of your future, of happiness as well as stability, growth, harmony, all of it. It doesn't get more real than that. Okay? None of the hypothetical crap, the real deal. I'm actively taking strides towards this. That's why I'm acting from the independence, and that's why you're struggling with the truth a little bit, I believe, back here to communicate, because it's hard to actually apply the lessons, right? But once you give yourself permission to do that, look at what you achieve, or what you could achieve, right? It's quite nice. It's quite a brave story. It's quite a bold story. You are making active strides in your long-term future. You want to. You're there of your own will and accord. But you have to know that you want it, right? Go towards it. They have a similar disposition. I told you, they kind of already operate by that principle. And in that respect, you two are very similar. Show me that Three of Cups, please. Connecting, reconnect, but we got to get this thing off the ground. So, show me that Three of Cups, please. Show me that Three of Cups. Show me that Three of Cups. I have no idea who this is to. I cannot tell if your history is long and short. I know the timeline is emphasized upon you and what it is that you've learned, and that is affecting you positively in present day. No longer feeling that crushing need to control everything and to know everything, to dictate you, your life, and your love. This is not an overnight thing. It took you years to do this, and for some of you, this is a future that is yet to be, to get into this space as well. Show me that Three of Cups, please. Show me that Three of Cups. Show me that Three of Cups. Show me that Three of Cups, please. It's like freedom from the mind, freedom from old enslavements. It's so interesting because at your height, both times, King, Queen of Swords, do you notice that? Queen of Swords, the Devil, King of Swords, Death. When you were at your most intensity in terms of I have to be in control, I have to be in control, is when you were the most unhappy. And then it's like you become relinquished. I mean, you give that up. You let go of that. I don't know how long it took you, and I don't know what frees you up so considerably, but when you do, you're beautiful. When you let that go, you're absolutely beautiful. You're forward. You have a little bit of nervousness, but that's normal. That's absolutely normal. Sometimes it's not an easy thing to really apply the truth, excuse me. But when you do, it's gorgeous and it benefits you greatly. I like that. Giving up control. The need to know, because ultimately, none of us know. All we can do is act by what we feel, what we experience, and trust on that. You know? Let's see, that Three of Cups, the Knight of... You're golden. Bye. Let's see, what, you stuck around for 40 minutes for that happy ending? I hope it was a happy ending for you. I'm happy for you. It's nice. I don't get to see this too much for you. So I'm in fact very pleased. If you can't pick up on that, I don't know what to tell you. I'm very happy for you. Once you understand your truths and who you are, and that you can indeed override those parts of yourself that do not work. It's almost like your energy one day understands it can free itself from all the things that do not work and all the things that bind you. It's like the day you understand that is like the day you have freedom. And your energy is just this beautiful thing that's embracing, and I'm holding myself responsible for my future in healthy ways by being open to it instead of closed off. And I just see you connecting powerfully with somebody with full heart, full passion, and full bond, soul bond. It's them. It's 100% them. Perhaps that's why they're telling me I don't think this could ever happen. Perhaps they felt the energy between you two for a long time. And it's like I don't dare to contemplate that this could actually happen causes me strain. I just don't dare. They told me they already recognized the soul bond of the Six of Cups. And all they needed was a little bit of investment to get them going. And by God, they roll with it. And you yourself are like, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good. Try not to overthink it, try not to overthink it, try not to overthink it. Just keep your head down, Pisces. Just keep your head down. Don't worry about where it's going. Just put in the effort. Just put in the effort. Put in the whole effort. We're going to use our whole ass here. We're going to put in all the effort right here. And we want to. Nine of Pentacles, because we can. We can. This is going well. This is going well. This is going well. And it is. And the more you build this world, the more you understand why you had to learn your lessons. People who don't learn their lessons don't get this. That's it. You're choosing your lover. They choose you. When? I don't know. Let's find out. I like this a lot. That's the best. We have the passion, the enthusiasm, the energy, the fullness of heart and good intentions, and a soul bond that will last you this lifetime and possibly well into the next. Yeah, that's worth learning some lessons for, don't you think? People who don't learn the lessons will see a bunch of shit surrounding this. Five of Pentacles, the world, towers. But people who do are rewarded. So when I told you this is something that has taken you a lifetime to achieve and understand, that's exactly what that means. And thus you earned your reward. And it's a big one. Not that size matters. Do you know how to use it? The lesson. Do you know how to use the lesson? Get your head out of the gutter. Hi, if you're new to the channel, my name's Christina. I'm a little different and happy to be so. I have what you call a personality, which is to mean I'm not tepid water. I have a more personable exchange with my viewers. And I like that. And I'm not looking to change it, but I can see where it would irritate folks. Something to keep in mind. Okay. That's beautiful. It really is. I cannot convey this enough. If you're like, that's fairy tales, hokum, and bullshit, again, that's not the Pisces I'm looking at. The Pisces I'm looking at says, I've always thought a certain way because it would keep me safe, but all it did was make me miserable. And I tried to control things because, again, I thought it would be safe, but all it did was enslave me to old ideas. And it's like the second you turn that shit around, the energy is absolutely beautiful. It's forward, it's directional, it's balanced, and it says, I know where I'm going. And I won't get caught in my headspace. I won't do it. I refuse to do that. I refuse to get caught in my headspace. I'm going to take action. And you are paid in spades. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm very proud of you. This is great. I do see you communicating with them. I do. And bit by bit, piece by piece, you achieve your long-standing vision with this person because you want to, and so do they. You're both showing me a high cooperation for the same goals. Your Nine of Pentacles and my Nine of Pentacles equals a kick-ass life. Okay, let's do some. When do I start seeing? This person starts showing me activity when it seems to be coming from you. Again, I did see your Eight of Wands extending outwards. Show me the willingness to build and construct. Show me this. Any references to time, please? Any references to time? Any references to time? For some of you, the 4th might be important. 4 weeks. Where are we? So that would be the end of March, possibly. There might be some energy there. Again, also the 4th. What else, please? The High Priestess. The 2nd, the 24th. Heavy emphasis on 24 for some of you. Also the 5th, the 9th. King of Pentacles, Taurus season would be the next Earth sign. 2. References to 2. There might have been some tentative energy exchanged around February, which has already happened by the time your messages come out. So that might have been when the process started for some of you. Others of you, I don't see activity possibly picking up till a month to even April. 8 of Pentacles. Some of you are knee-deep in work endeavors at this time. And that's one of the things that stresses you out. 8th, the 9th might be important. To 7, 8, 9. Judgment in reverse. Some of you have not gotten into the space of being able to make that decision yet. Okay. Some of you, it's just not yet. You're kind of... I know for some of you, not all of you, but some of you honestly want the other person to come forward. And it's kind of like in that respect, if it's not happening, I think that's when you start to generate more activity. I don't know that's for all of you, but it's for some of you. The 3rd might be important, or March. Okay. Like I said, for some of you Taurus, so I'm seeing a couple of different timelines here. March, April, and then, well, yeah, that's succinct, isn't it? March, April, May. But I ultimately do not know. Community endeavors are important to the both of you. That seems to be a priority. Stability is a priority for you. Yeah, I don't think that's a non-issue. They have very similar priorities. Okay, it's not just love, which they have, and I think they fight and resist. Again, it's in that respect of, I hate Pisces, or anything. It's just like, I don't dare believe that that could be possible. You know, the idea of it is too much of a strain, so they keep it under the moon. Okay. And that's natural if you understand someone's not available or they're not open to the connection yet. You're going to have natural feelings towards somebody already. You're going to be disinclined to try to give them hope because it hurts. So it's not an affront and it's not a challenge. Neither one of you, I think, is really like that. It's just... I have to keep this to myself if I understand Pisces isn't going to receive it. That's it. And that's pretty normal. So there's a good chance you're dealing with a fellow water sign. My goodness. When the energy takes off, it takes off. So if you had any sort of doubts or misconceptions about whether or not it'd be stable and long-term and happy and fulfilling, it's not that it's just stable and prosperous, but there's got to be good feeling in it too. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, again, I think this was really just waiting to present itself to you with this person, if I'm being honest. But we had lessons to learn, okay? And there's things that we needed to alter, specifically about letting things go that we just cannot control, you know? And in fact, it makes us kind of miserable when we do that. And once you open up to life, honey, there's no stopping you. There's no stopping you. It's quite lovely. I like that so much. It's so beautiful. So not only are you two mad crazy in love, have mad crazy sex, you're also both terribly prosperous, so bonus. I know. It's like PS bonus. Yeah, we got marriage. We got the whole thing. We got the whole kit and caboodle in terms of commitment and the longer term energies out there. But let's start with just, I don't know. I don't know how far apart. I can't. It's so weird. I can't get any sense of urgency in terms of this connection. Is it new? Well, I don't think it's new, but it's definitely old. But I can't tell how. It's someone here whom you are connected with, and they are someone who represents or confronts you with that concept of I can't control this, or I can't see the future in it, or I don't know, and I don't know if I can take a risk on it. And that in that respect has become your challenge, one to overcome, so that you can acquire what is right for you. Like I said, it's your reward. We don't just get handed to this because we're like totally awesome, and like we get a lot of likes on like our Instagram post. No, this shit's earned. And it can take a lifetime to do it. Okay. So I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I do see this, Pisces. I see you extending the communication because you want to. Because you understand it's right for you. It provokes some old fears about having to relinquish. But other than that, you're doing just fine. More than just fine. I can't believe for some of you it's 5 years out, but it could be 5 years out. I don't think so. This takes a while. And I'm not waiting for Pisces. No one asking you to, and you don't need to. If it's meant to connect in this way, it will. Nobody's asking anybody to wait for anybody. And if you're not waiting on a Pisces, then why are you cross-watching? I'm getting really fed up with the comments, you guys. Seriously. I keep them open so people can talk, share experiences, resonate, okay? Not for people to air their grievances about who isn't loving them when they should be. It's more about, do you love yourself? Are you willing to make progress in this life so you can have what is rightfully yours? And if the answer is yes, you will have it. If the answer is no, then you will not have it. So, there you go. I'm looking at two very mature people, and basically, I guess if I were to summarize, 52 minutes later, it took you a minute to get there, but once you do, you combine beautifully. You really do. You really do. You're both showing me an upper level of maturity and a strong sense of I can. I'll tell you right now, that one, with their love, I get it. It's like I don't dare believe. But in reality, let me tell you something, that person does not harbor excuses. When I'm telling you that's... Oh, God, it's like they're almost proudly independent because they have that notion in them that says, I get shit done. It's always worked well for me. I'm just saying it's a little firecracker. They're a well-contained little firecracker. I don't know how else to put that. It's like, oh, no, I know my business, and I take care of business. You know why? Business is good. That's why it's my business. It's kind of like that. But they also have a very strong spiritual side. Okay, Capricorn, the medallion of Capricorn. We also have Aries here. The bee, as in the busy bee. Bzz. Yes, we are busy, growing, building, changing. Okay. I almost want to say this is radical release. I don't know why. I saw a radical emotional release not too long ago. But it's almost like understanding overnight I don't have to wait anymore. I don't have to think about it anymore. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go. It's right for me and I know it. a supreme confidence. Not supreme confidence, but understanding, like, I am the emperor and I'm the empress. I can do this. It's open to me now. I don't know how else to put it. Optimist. The medallion of Sag. Intelligent. Of course, Gemini. But I'm saying the word intelligent here. N. The letter N. And then the cat. That of intuition. You also might have a cat, of course. Something. Did I get? No? This one? Courageous. Double Aries. Okay. And then M. M and N. That's it. All right, you guys. Good luck to you. If this resonated, you put it in the comments as you see fit, as always. I like this. It's nice to see this for you. It's well done. It's well earned. And it did not come to you easily, but it did come to you honestly. Okay. In terms of who you are and where you're meant to be. And not everything's in our control, nor should it be. If everything was in our control, ye gods, wouldn't that just be awful? Sometimes the best guarantees of life are the ones that have no guarantees. We just allow ourselves to be open to it, see where it goes. Understanding it's what we want, and if it's what we want, then we go for it. We don't make excuses, yeah? I like this a lot. Not overthinking it. Really putting real work into it, the both of you, because you want to. The both of you want to be here. The both of you want to build this. And oh my goodness, when you two do, it's absolutely magnificent. I like it. It's quite bold. It's quite loving and lovely and sexy. Oh yes, absolutely. It's not just emotions that are sexy. It's not just physical beauty that's sexy. Stability's sexy as hell. Hell yeah. It's like, oh, I know what I'm doing on the daily. That's awesome. That's a big turn on. Oh, I know what's going on. You know, this is what's right for me. This is my stability. This is my kingdom. That's a good feeling. But the fact that you two work on it so constructively while maintaining a great bond between you, it's absolutely beautiful. I see people work towards a Ten of Pentacles all the time. They're not necessarily happy with it. But it's like, well, we put this much into it, so I guess we gotta keep doing it. And they're like, I want to be turned on by what I'm doing, and so do they. You want to love what you're doing, so do they. It's all here, all the best of all the worlds. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Doesn't get much better than that. All right, that's enough. For reals, for reals. I'm so happy to say this for you. If it applies to you, let me know. And kind of let me know who your person is. I can't tell where they are in your life right now. I really can't. It looks like there's some sort of reestablishing energy here in terms of tentatively putting something out. But again, in that way of I want to and I'm coming forward. They seem to reciprocate. They pick up the ball. Okay. And things develop pretty easily after that. I can't tell how near or far they are. I really can't. I can usually feel that, but I can't this time. I don't know why. All right, Pisces, that's enough. Take care, honey. Be well.